Radios are pretty quiet. I wonder if everything's over.
Jeremiah.
I doubt that.
She's out of the
151142. Go ahead, doing great. I have Keene Fire looking for the CERT team. Do you know where they are? So they have water.
turn
142, 151.
Right there.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So we have it here.
So, for a couple hours I'm live streaming and I've got some viewers. I'm just going to explain what's going on. So there's there's apparently a riot at Keene State College. It's been going on for a couple of hours. I just got wind of it and I had to turn the radio scanner off because I don't want to attract the attention of the police. They're all over the place. We're going to go try and get some live streaming done. No action yet, but we're getting close to it. Some police lights up ahead.
Like, I'm not like upset about it.
I think
We are at the corner of Ralston and West Street. We are at
What here?
See his shirt, Keene fucking State.
I don't know if we're walking into the aftermath of something here or...
That's where we're going. This might be an aftermath scene. Bottles everywhere. You just walking and feel like, we heard there was a riot, where is it?
Yeah. Could you give me directions to the riot, please?
Oh, here comes these people probably then.
You know what?
There goes the guy with a freaking gigantic camera.
Truth be told, I miss you.
Alright, there's a spotlight. As long as you got shoes on the stages, now we're coming up on something.
Yeah.
on top of like Foster and Jenny.
Heyo.
For the folks watching at home, the number of people is not that big of a surprise right now. Yeah. There's cops in the middle of the street there. There's ongoing, the Keene Pumpkin Festival is going on up here. And so the streets were already teeming with people, but at some point apparently people started throwing bottles at the police and stuff. Not sure yet what triggered it. I should have brought Copblock flyers.
What party? Backyard?
Spotlight is not making my recording any better. Oh, they pulled out street signs. Special operations, huh? This looks special, all right.
The problem with this one is it takes amazing video but horrible audio.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You can see the 4K video quality and optical stabilization is not bad.
Nice. You have optical zoom?
Yes, I do.
Very nice.
8x.
Take half of your team, or send half of your team to 46 Water Street, meet the fire marshal.
Okay. Thank you.
So, I wonder if we should double back.
Yeah, maybe. What do you think is going on with the buses?
Oh. Yeah, that's worth finding out. They ran out of room in their paddy wagons.
Did you?
Need more arrests. Yeah.
Well.
I'm so sad though.
We get that you're standing there and you're standing
Yeah.
there. So what's going on?
People that came in from like another school.
Yeah, I think that's going to be. It doesn't appear to be related to the riot. It's just people getting hauled out of here. Let's double back. We'll keep our eyes on the cops that are out there, and if they decide to start grabbing people, or if people start throwing bottles at them, even better.
188, 142.
This is Brutalist. Me and Mr. J are on Winchester Street,
188,
right by the roundabout with Main Street. We're actually doubling back. It looks like this has mostly been resolved out here. Just a lot of people and a lot of police.
Team 2 Ringe in Troy. Troy underwater. Affirmative. Thank you.
What the hell?
Morse code? Yeah, every time I listen to the KPD scanner, I hear that from time to time. I don't know if I've got an extra channel or something, but I hear that once in a while. If you're just tuning in, there's a riot at Keene State College, which is right by where I live. It had been going on for a couple hours by the time I heard about it. We just came down here. It looks like it's been mostly resolved. It's a really heavy police presence. There's people all over the street. There's broken bottles. There's street signs have been yanked out. Appears to be quite the ruckus happened here. There's our friendly police department. Police have come in from all across the state. Police are coming in from Laconia, which is like 2 hours away. So they were having a good bit of trouble trying to contain this. Did you hear that?
What?
I think that might have been Danica.
Oh, no.
You didn't hear the transmission?
No, I didn't.
We just left the hockey house, and he was like, "Were you in that house game?" I was like, "Oh yeah." Yeah, you're lucky you're not in there anymore because they just like, went in there with fucking the whole squad and like started beating the shit out of people. I was like, "Yeah, I know. I said don't try to smoke a butt." Yo, what are you vaping there?
What's that?
What are you vaping over there?
Strawberry banana.
Strawberry banana? What
Yeah.
kind of battery is that?
This is the I Taste SVD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice,
Yeah.
nice. That's cool. That's cool. What do you got for a tank?
I got, what's that?
Aspire?
Sorry, I have a radio in my ear. I got it at Monadnock Vapor, which is on Washington Street.
Yeah, right around here?
Yeah, it's not far from
a
here.
real vape shop, like, because I went into the convenience store, they sold juice, and I was looking for did they sell mods there? What?
All right. We just had our half block.
Document everything.
Yeah.
We don't need no water. Yeah, this is what I got. My nemesis and my child right here.
Right on.
Excuse me, this is protocol. I get this through. Just like,
Okay, there's something going on down there. They've got that street blocked off.
I heard there's something about Colonia. We are on the west side.
What's that?
Did you hear something on them somebody being picked up?
I missed the last couple of transmissions. This is Brutalist. If there's something that I should know, please repeat. They've got this street right down here blocked off. I don't know exactly what's happening, but they got guys in riot gear. They wouldn't let us walk on that side of the street, so I think we'll hang out here for a couple minutes, see if anything interesting pops off.
Yeah, they're looking for somebody.
He was like, good job. Watch out.
Oh, look. It's
Huh? Large crowd?
no. I think they
They were here the whole time. There was a huge bottle fight going on.
Oh
right down
yeah,
there.
I went down and I mentioned that I walked down after looking at it.
Let me
I
interview you on
talked
this
to
one. Hang on a
Jason.
second. So David's been here for a little while. I was over on the other side. This is Blake Street, right?
Yeah, this is the other end of the page.
So this is where the huge bottle fight was going on for at least 10 minutes solid, right down this street here. And these guys apparently just stood here the entire time. People were actually getting hit with bottles, and there was actual violence happening. Another group of cops over there just. So you say they've been here.
I went down the end of the street. I said I was going to show him the video. Do you know what's happening on Blake Street right now?
Yep.
And Jason Short said, we're well aware of what's happening. We're containing it. That was basically
They're containing it. All they did was stand here. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of people and hundreds of bottles.
It's just,
snowball fight.
I need more ammo! Get me a 12-pack!
What are you guys seeing? Anything yet?
Nothing really. We just came up here, and
That's a Special Operations Unit from UNH. So are people still poured out in the streets down here?
yeah, I mean, there's people all over the place, and there's cops everywhere. This is the only obstruction that we've met. We were walking down that side of the street. How's it
I
going?
got fucking pepper sprayed for no reason last night.
Last night?
Yeah.
What
last
happened?
night. There was a group of people just chilling out in the street, and you know, there wasn't any ruckus. Nobody was causing any problems, but the cops just wanted us to disperse. They told us to disperse. People started walking away. Next thing you know, they're just spraying pepper spray in the fucking air.
Just making the hostile environment,
Just telling us, you know, basically making, you know, proving their point that they're the authority. Everyone dispersed.
Yeah, they like to do
I
that.
got it in the face. I fucking ran into my house. It was in my eyes, it was in my face. It was a couple of minutes where it really sucked. It wasn't that bad, but
Yeah, but it hurts.
I did get pepper sprayed for no reason. Technically. Yeah. It sucked, but
Did you catch any of what happened here tonight?
no. All that I know is about, you know, they're not letting anyone down that street, and you know, even people that live on that street, they won't let them
go
down
home.
that street.
Wow.
But it's kind of ridiculous, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of get that they don't want too many big wild parties, but at the same time, it's like.
Do you have any? Have you heard anything about why this started? What set this off?
Specific event right here? No.
Okay.
I don't even know why. I mean, only thing I can think of is that this party, maybe this house right here, had too many people over, but I don't know why they wouldn't let anyone down this whole street. You know, why would they stop everyone going down this whole street?
Oh, that's that house.
Was it? That one right there?
Yeah.
They were probably just looking for safety. There was a house that I was at earlier today. You know, it's Pumpkin Fest, and there's a bunch of party houses down that way, and it was basically a big mosh pit, and everyone started, you know, throwing beers, throwing fucking waters, throwing pumpkins. I got hit with a pumpkin, got hit with a beer.
Shit.
You know, just fucking basic, you know, basic college. Everyone partying, everyone throwing around, but you know.
People having fun.
It was a pretty wild scene. I don't really like it because of the fact that, like, you know, I was ducking down, like, everybody get down, don't get hit by the cans in the face. There was a girl that I saw that got hit with a can in the head.
That's
she was,
rough.
You know, she was bleeding out of her face.
Ouch.
It was just, you know, it was a flesh wound. She was bleeding pretty bad, you know. There was an EMT, you know. Thank God that I think Keene has a pretty good EMT program, you know, so everybody's out here and everyone's trying to be safe. You know, sometimes it's out of control, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. But I don't blame the police. Everyone's just trying to look out for everyone's safety. And,
But I mean, it sounds like to me that
some of it
something
might be
was.
a little excessive.
It seems to me that when the police show up, they escalate conflicts, right? That like you guys are basically, there's a bunch of drunk people, maybe getting a little rowdy, and then a bunch of guys show up dressed for a riot, right? They come with their helmets and their batons and their pepper spray and.
Down the road on Winchester Street, it was I was at my friend's house and the whole fucking riot squad actually showed up with shields, and they were all fucking trucking down the street with their shields, and people were throwing bottles at them. I was like, I just went aside because of the fact that I'm not trying to be associated with that. But
Yeah.
Shit can get pretty wild. Shit can get pretty wild.
Sounds like it did today.
I think the precautions that they take are necessary. Maybe some of it might be excessive, like this, specific street, but everyone's just looking out for everyone's safety. That's all it is. You know what I mean?
I don't know. These guys don't look very safe to me. These guys look very dangerous. Yeah.
I think.
It seems to me like it doesn't seem like there was a war going on down here before, and then the police came down, and all of a sudden,
everyone's strapped. They're all strapped up, ready for whatever goes down. But all it takes is one rowdy crowd in one party to fucking be too drunk. As much as I hate to say it, but it could turn into some people be like, hey, fuck the police, and then next thing you know, everybody's fucking trying to fight them.
Right, but they don't do that until the police come, right? The police come and they escalate the conflict. That's what I'm saying. So like, you've got a rowdy party turns into a riot because of the cops, right? It's like you said last night. You're at a party. They say, hey, your party's over, and they start spraying what is essentially a chemical weapon at you. That they're spraying. They're just fogging the air with pepper spray, trying to screw people up.
It wasn't a joke. I went